He was lost in the middle of nowhere.
The man who entered paradise because of a dog. You won't believe what he did, but heaven believed it. He was walking alone in the middle of nowhere. The desert stretched endlessly around him. The sun was merciless. His lips were cracked, his throat dry like dust, and his feet dragged through the sand with every painful step. He hadn't had water in hours. Every bone in his body cried for relief. Then, like a miracle in the heat haze, he saw it. A well, an old, deep well standing alone in the sand. He rushed toward it, stumbled, crawled, gasping, and when he reached the edge, he looked inside. There was water, but no bucket, no rope. What did he do? He climbed down into the darkness, scraped his way against the wall, reaching the bottom with barely any strength left. He cupped water in his hands, drank until he could breathe again, and for a moment he felt alive. But that's not where the story ends. That's not why this story is remembered for over 1,400 years. As he rested near the well, he heard something, a faint sound, like panting, desperate panting. He turned, and there it was, a dog, skin clinging to its bones, its tongue lolling out of its mouth, its eyes glassy and weak. It was digging at the dirt, trying to lick moisture from the ground. But the earth was dry, very dry. And in that moment, the man didn't look away. He didn't say, "It's just a dog." He looked at the animal and saw himself. He whispered, "This poor creature is suffering just as I was suffering." So he made a decision, a small one, that heaven saw as something huge. He climbed back down into the well again, filled his shoe with water, and because he had no bucket, he held the shoe in his mouth as he climbed back up. He reached the top, gasping, rushed to the dog, placed the shoe in front of it. The dog looked up and drank, and drank, and drank. The man watched in silence. No applause, no cameras, no followers, just him and a thirsty creature of God. But Allah was watching, and Allah never forgets. That one act of mercy, that simple moment of kindness was enough. Enough to forgive the man's sins, all of them, and grant him paradise. Yes, he entered heaven because he gave water to a dog. Let that sink in. He didn't fast for 40 days. He didn't pray all night. He didn't build a mosque. He didn't donate a fortune. He just cared for something that couldn't even say thank you. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us this story. And when his companions asked, "Do we get rewarded even when we help animals?" he said, "In every living being, there is reward." So ask yourself, if God gave paradise to a man who helped a dog, what about you? If you helped a human, a homeless man, a crying child, a widow, an orphan? Never underestimate the power of mercy. Never overlook the small things. They may be small to you, but huge in the sight of God. Let this story live in your heart. Let it guide your choices. Because sometimes the road to heaven isn't paved with gold or grand gestures, but with one small act of compassion, done purely for the sake of God.